Yeah.
Swooping in just like a hawk, Trading Trae on no picking the park. Swooping in just like a hawk.
Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Trading Trae on no peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from a rental, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. V got that vision, he passing the rock. Trey put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles. Why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open and wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Jailing on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open garrison. Just like a hawk, Trading Trae on the peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from a rental, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trading Trae on the peak in the pond. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trading Trae on the peak in the pond. Yeah.
Swooping in just like a hawk, Trading Trae on no picking the park. Swooping in just like a hawk.
Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Trading Trae on no peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from a rental, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. V got that vision, he passing the rock. Trey put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles. Why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open and wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Jailing on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open garrison. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trading Trae on the peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from a rental, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trading Trae on the peak in the pond. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trading Trae on the peak in the pond.
What's good, family? It's your boy, Damon, in the building. We Talk Hawks TV. We Talk Hawks daily here. Hey, gang, we got something special for y'all tonight, man. We got something special, man. We got the first official debate on We Talk Hawks. Shout out my son back there, about to get us a pizza for the game. Thank you, my son. But so the first official debate on We Talk Hawks. I got to shout out Marion and Foote for coming up with this idea, man. This is pretty dope. I'm your humble host. I'm just going to moderate, okay, so y'all understand how it's going to go. It's Foote and Marion. Y'all saw the topic of the show, so it's going to be Foote and Marion, okay? We're going to bring Marion on. He's going to give a statement. Then we're going to go to Foote. He's going to give a statement. Then Marion's going to come back up here. And I'm just moderating. It's after the opening statement, it's going to be 2 minutes for each person to make their point. They're going to go back and forth. If everybody keeps up, I'm the timekeeper. I'm just keeping up with the time. I will not be asking questions. It's just between Marion and Foote. That's all it is. Okay. Chat. Hey, y'all chime in the chat, man. Let us know who winning. Let us know who losing. Okay. Matter of fact, we're going to put a poll up and we're going to have a live poll going so that way we can track and see what is the chat thinking. Who the chat got winning, okay, and losing. And it's going to be no longer than 30 minutes, okay, because we don't want to take up everybody's time this evening. I know Foote got stuff to do. Marion got stuff to do. All right, so with that being said, let's bring on Mr. Marion to give his statement. Let's keep this first statement to a minute or less so we can go ahead and get to the topic at hand. And Mr. Marion, it is.
What's going on, Hawks Nation? Welcome to the first Friday night debates on We Talk Hawk. Tonight we're talking about Trading Trae Young. It's about business. For the last few months, we've had Foote come on to Facebook page and say hashtag trade Trae Young, and his statement was, I'm not a Trae hater. It's about business. So tonight, this is what I'm debating with him. Is it about business? It's about business. So if it's about business, that means that he thinks that this is good business to trade Trae Young. And what I'm debating is that it's not good business to trade Trae Young. And by the end, we'll see whether it's good business or not. But I'm gonna convince you that it's not good business to trade our star player, Trae Young.
It was a chat. Marion pretty much summed it up for the most part. Where this all started back in at the end of last season, when I brought up the topic on We Talk Hawks about trading for Trae Young, for start with San Antonio picks and some other stuff. But we're gonna get in depth. It's the same stuff I've been saying. I've been standing on what I've been saying, and I know y'all out here making up all kind of stuff. So you're gonna hear it again for the millionth time why I feel the way I do. And I still stand on it. It ain't changing until it happens. So we're gonna get to it. But first of all, shout out for Marion for even coming up on here. Because I've been proposing a debate for I don't know how long. But Marion shout out to Marion for taking it. Somebody finally took it. So we're going to get to it, putting out our points, his point, my point, and where I feel. Now you'll fully understand where I feel. So let's get at it.
All right. Y'all heard the intro. Mr. Marion, your 2 minutes starts now.
All right. My first point starts with the financial standpoint from it. Financially, it's bad business to trade Trae Young. You could watch the games and see all the number 11 jerseys in the house, all the young folks wearing the number 11 jerseys. You can also see all the entertainers in the house. Before we drafted Trae Young, team revenue was $215 million. The year after we drafted Trae Young, team revenue was $251 million. Last year, team revenue is $353 million. So what that means is that over the time that we've had Trae Young has increased the team revenue by over $100 million per year. And when you think about that, that's billions of dollars over time. So to trade Trae Young means that you're going to have to make up the over $100 million that he's brought in. And I don't think that we have the capacity to make that up. I think it's bad business. I think you lose the entertainers. You lose the little kids with the number 11 jerseys sitting out in the stands. You lose everything that we've seen because of Trae Young. Trae Young is the merch. He's our merchandise. Trae Young brings the people out to the game. He brings the stars out to the game. He brings attention to the city of Atlanta. He brings attention to the Hawks. You're going to lose your television contract. You're going to lose your television time. We'll be back to being one game per year, Martin Luther King Day game per year with the Hawks if we get rid of Trae Young.
See, we starting already. So, fellas, Marion challenged me about a year ago when I said it. And then that was mentioned about money. And first of all, my whole premise of saying all this stuff about these Tracy's, I care about wins. I don't care about no damn money. And he brought up the fact that Trae Marion brought in $100 million. So did Trae actually bring in $100 million? Because the last I checked, the NBA as a whole revenue has gone up tremendously with these TV deals. So was that Trae Young by itself, or was that just the fact that the whole NBA moving up? So when you talk about their numbers, go ahead and put it in perspective. That's one thing Mary don't do. Bringing all other context to what you're saying. So again, if you challenge me about why I feel the way I feel. You said revenue, okay. So y'all care about entertainers on the floor and money being made and jerseys being sold. Y'all don't care about winning again, I guess. At the end of the day, I'm trying to win. Y'all trying to be entertained? That's fine if that's what you feel. But I'm caring about the W's. You know, it just goes to show you where you're at right now. So if it ain't about the Hawks and winning and trying to bring a championship to this team, I don't care nothing about it. I don't care about no entertainment, no swag surfing, or none of all that stuff. That's my whole point. And you proven it already, bro. Go ahead, switch on back. Let's see what you got, man.
In terms of talking about winning, we'll get to that. But first, your statement, what you say every time is it's about business. When you talk about business, you got to talk about all the business. You got to talk about the money. You got to talk about the notoriety it brings to the team. We got to have eyes on the team. Now, if you want to talk about winning, that's a different subject. We can talk about that, and we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. We got time. We got time. But I see you didn't want to talk about the money. You failed to talk about the actual business. So basically, every time you say it's about business, you really don't mean it. You're talking about something else. You're talking about something different. So, secondly, if we trade Trae Young, what are we trading him for? There are only a few teams that need a point guard in the league. And many of those teams aren't going to give us a good deal. We can't get nothing from the Lakers. They was trying to give us Austin Reeves for Trae Young. What do you propose we get for Trae Young? If it's about business, that means that we're going to bring in a player that's going to be substantial to what you call winning. Who you going to bring in that's going to help us to win? What's your plan, Foote? I don't hear any parts of the plan. You sound like Trump's over there with concepts of a plan. What I'm talking about is actual
30
winning.
seconds, Marion.
Thank you. What I'm talking about is actual winning, and I'm talking about winning with Trae. For too long, we've been a team that's always tried to win a championship with one star player. I'm saying let's bring in somebody else that can help Trae win.
Okay, so man, since you're going off the subject that was at hand right now, I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for the people. I proposed to I started proposing this last year. I said trade Trae Young for back. I've been trading San Antonio to get our picks back and to get some other stuff going. Right, that was the original proposal. Marion went ape shit on it, you know, and that's why he been at me all this time. From that to We Talk Hawk show. Number two, I broke down his reasons. We're not winning. We are rebuilding. And the prime reason I said it, that most of y'all seem to don't forget, trade Trae Young because his ass gonna be out of here when it's time for him to make a move, right? It has guess what? He's not gonna stay here for this, right? That was the reason. So guess what? Go ahead and get something for it now before it get to the point to where it gets to where he gonna be able to opt out. They're gonna let him opt out because again, they're going to have to offer an extension this next coming year, right? Is he going to take it? He going to look at this roster because the numbers, it doesn't make this team better. You know, Trae Young haven't made this team better. You know, so that's the premise where I started from. And you're talking about a plan. I'm not the GM. You're not a GM. All we can do, either one of us can do is speculate, talking about coming up with a plan. What are we going to speculate for? Right? I want, if
30 seconds, Foote.
We get some assets back that we can use to continue to rebuild it. Because I like what we're doing here. So, you got a full plan like you're a GM or something? Because I don't. Go ahead.
All right. This whole idea of we rebuilding, I've been a Hawks fan since 1978. Since 1978, it's the same old song. We've done it over and over again. It's like the Matrix. We built it up and torn it down over and over again, and we've never even sniffed the championship. We've never gotten past the Eastern Conference Finals. We barely got to the Eastern Conference Final, and the time that we got to the Eastern Conference Final is because we had Trae Young And we won 2 games in the Eastern Conference Final, which is the furthest we've ever been. Now, here's the thing. You say start over again. Bro, we're going to be dead by the time we get to a championship with that plan. That's not a good thought. That's not a good plan. Like I was saying before, Atlanta Hawks have always been a team that's tried to win a championship by only having 1 star player. What you need is you need to have players, at least 3 players that can score 20 points per game. We finally look like we're getting that with Dre and Jalen, and this is when you want to trade Trae. You want to trade the catalyst to all of that. You want to trade the player who has put us in position to win. Finally, we got players that have come up. Now, if we can get them off the IL, we can do something. But that's when you want to trade Trae and have what? Now you want Jalen to be by himself? Is that what you want? Because that's what it's going to be. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to build a winning team and to tear it down because of whatever reason you have. You say it's about business, but you don't want to talk about revenue.
30 seconds, Marion.
Don't want to talk about the players that we can get back. What do you want to talk about, Foote? You just want to just talk. We don't just talk. We talk with ideas of how we can win. You go.
So I got a question for you, Marion. You say I want to just tear something down, right? What the hell am I trying to tear down? A sub 500 team? Trae Young's NBA record has been 500 since he's been here 2021. So what am I tearing down? You saying all these guys doing all this other everything stuff. Have you looked at the stats of his team lately? No, the stats are even right across the board. Points scored, points defended, percentages, shot percentage. Because last time I heard, folks ain't putting it back. Assists, it's even. See, what I like to deal with stats. So I don't just come up with something in my head, and I feel this way, I feel the way. Y'all deal with feelings. Before I make a comment, I go look at the facts. So I got them right here if you want to see them. So since Trae Young been here, look at the stats. We are the same all across the board, not just the winning, the shooting, the percent. Sometimes some of it has gone down. It's gone down. And so I'm trying to understand, what am I trying to tear down? Oh, JJ doing this. What are we tearing down? I'm trying to tear down. We have nothing right now. We gonna have to pay Dyson Daniels. We're gonna have to extend him next year, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
We got other folks falling off. If he make all NBA, his salary right now, his salary set about 23.
30 seconds, Foote.
But if we got to extend, I put all those things in. I don't just talk feelings. I talk facts. Why don't you come up with some facts? Because I've been following this team since 78, 77. So come up with some facts about you come out winning and losing. That's all I care about. You ain't talking about that. I'm not talking feelings. Bring up some facts.
The fact of the matter is, you haven't had a championship team in the NBA to win with only 1 star ever. That's the fact. The fact of the matter is, Trae has never played with another 20-point per game player at the same time. That's a fact. Fact of the matter is, Wrestler is not going to spin over the second apron. That is a fact. So what we have here is we have an opportunity now that we have Jalen scoring over 20 points per game, or about 20 points per game. We have Dre scoring over 20 points per game. I don't know what it was just yet. We are second in the league NBA in pace. We are third in the league in assisted percentage. And you know why? Because we have the league leader in assists per game playing for us, whose name is Trae Young. He plays for us, 12 assists per game. He's doing historic stuff. Now, in terms of winning, he needs a team to win. He needs a team around him to win. Other teams can see how they can win with Trae Young. Why can't we? It's because we have a fan base, or a part of our fan base, who believe it's better for us to just kick rocks and start over with nothing. Nothing. With absolutely nothing that can win. Have you seen our team when Trae leaves the floor? Have you seen us play as Trae leaves the floor? Against the Clippers, we couldn't even get the ball up the court. The ball got stolen. That's why we got the brakes beat off of us.
30 seconds,
and
Marion.
this is what you propose. You propose, okay, let's just trade him for some material, some picks, or whatever you say you want to trade him for, and let's just be mediocre again. Let's just continue to lose again. Let's just fall back down to mediocrity and be nothing again.
Again, man, you haven't addressed my question. What are we tearing down? Number one, we 500 for how many? For about 7 years. That's our record. So if you mentioned something as fact, we don't know what else to do. You mentioned a lot of whatever. That's not facts. If you're gonna bring facts that's proven facts. Don't just say your feelings now. Let's stick with it. Bring up facts. I'm bringing up facts like I'm bringing up numbers, right? You talking about Trae leading in assists? Yes, he is. He's a great passer. What does the team average in assists for the past 5-6 years? Do you know that? Go look that up. They didn't increase because all it is just moved around. So let's do you know? I don't even know if you know how to debate. Let's debate that. We're not debating feelings, right? Again, like I said, we're not winning. Trae's not gonna stay here. So next year we're gonna have to extend. Hey man, let me finish. I'll let you finish. You come back with take your notes like I do. Trae, is he gonna sign? Because we're gonna have to extend it. We're gonna have to offer him an extension next year. He's gonna have to take it or not. If they don't take it, you gotta trade him. Because next year is opt out. You think he's gonna stay here? We rebuilding. What's our record now? And then you can talk about injuries. That's part of the game, man. We don't do no speculation. Let's deal with the facts. Let's deal with the facts. So that's why I want you
30 seconds for
deal with the facts, man. All right? Because again, my whole premise of trading is to look for the build and for the long-term future of the team. I get into in my next time. Go ahead.
You said that Trae is not going to stay here. I disagree. Here's why I disagree. If Trae opts out and goes as a UFA, he can only get a contract for 4 years, $210 million. If Trae extends, his contract becomes 5 years, $285.3 million. If Trae gets the Supermax with us, which means that he would have to play and get an All-NBA, he gets on the All-NBA team again, which is probably why he's been playing so well this year, because he wants to make the All-NBA team so that he can get the Supermax from us, and we're the only team that can give him either the max or the Supermax. So if he gets the Supermax, he gets 5 years, $338.445 million. Now, the difference between 5 years, $338.445 million and 4 years, $210.27 million is a lot. It's over $120 million. There has been no player that has turned down the Supermax when it is when it's possible for them to get it. And Trae Young will not be the first. He will not be the first to turn down the Supermax. So you want to know why Trae is going to stay here? He's going to stay here at least 3 more years because he wants to get the Supermax. Because once he signs the Supermax, what that means is that he has to stay here 1 year after he signs. So that's at least 3 more years of Trae Young because he's able to get the Supermax. And even if he don't get the Supermax,
30 seconds, Marion.
5-year, $285 million contract with the possibility of extending that, and he will only be 29 years old. Tell me he's going to leave $138 million on the table, please.
Okay. So my rebuttal is that. You ever heard of LeBron James?
Yeah.
Heard of LeBron James, right?
Definitely.
What do he do? Like sign these 1-2 year, then whatever, then he can get the max, right? So he can make more money. More. Because guess what? Guess what? The salary cap goes up every year. You can point that paper all you want to. Salary cap go up every year. Debate what I just said. The salary cap goes up every year. He can go. Guess what? He can leave here. He can go to another team. Let me sign the 2-year deal so I can go ahead in the year 3 get that super max, which is going to be more. You know, you're shaking your head. Rebut it. You know, he get more. So you talking about leaving on the table, and guess what? We both are speculating, right?
No, I'm using facts.
No. We speculate about what he's gonna do. Do you know what he's gonna do? No. We're speculating that what he's gonna do. You got your opinion, I got my opinion. That's not fact, that's an opinion. Right? So when we talk about, so let's stress that. He can sign a 1 or 2, and he can make more money than he was in that other long-term contract. So that's why I said that's a fact. That ain't guessing or whatever. So just look at what LeBron do. So I'm gonna hit back on another point, right? I'm looking at the team you talked about. I'm not dealing with wins. I'll care about win. I don't care who the fuck on the floor or whatever, or how much money the organization get, how many jerseys being sold. Because at the end of the day, if you put a good team on that floor to win, the money will come. Number 2, he's too damn small. Did you see him running all night on defense last night? He was running. You switch him off on what's the name? He got to hurry to get off a switch, which leads to easy buckets. That's a fact. We've been talking about on We Talk Hawks for a long time. He's too small for me as a point guard.
10 seconds, Foote. 10 seconds.
I'm not debating his skills or whatever, but again, what I like to see from a basketball player, that's what I want to see. Right? I get into a little bit more. Go ahead. Rebut what I just said. Tell me I'm lying.
Oh, you saying that he's going to turn down $130 million he's going to leave that on the table?
I didn't say that, man. Stay with the stuff. My bad. I'm gonna let you talk. Stay with the stuff, though, bro. You do that all the time. Stay with what I said.
Appreciate that. I broke down the numbers for you. I calculated them using Sport Track, if you'd like to know. And the thing about it is, you said that he can do a LeBron and leave and play for another team. The difference between getting a contract with us and getting a contract with another team is he loses 3% on his raises. So he's going to lose a lot more money. It's 8% versus 3%. I mean, versus 5%. So he loses 3% on his money. He's going to lose a lot more money if he goes as a free agent. He knows that. He's going to lose the ability to get the Supermax altogether if he goes as a free agent. And he knows that. So he's going to stick with us, namely because he wants to get the Supermax. Now, the other thing that you mentioned is that you talked about us winning, and you said you didn't care who we put on the floor. That's the problem, is you don't care who we put on the floor. Also, you don't know our history too good, do you? We don't draft well. We don't trade well. And we don't bring in good free agents. Where does that leave us? Now, let me talk about draft well. I'm just going to mention a few names real quick. Josh Childress, Marvin Williams, Sheldon Williams, Damian Jones, John Jenkins, AC Law, Adrian Payne, DeAndre Bembry, Omari Spellman, Cam Reddish, AJ Griffin, Kobe Buffkin, and yes, even number 1, Zach Ricochet. These are first-round picks that we have made.
30 seconds, Marion. 30 seconds.
None of them are 20-point-per-game players. None of them became 20-point-per-game players. These are our picks, and this is the only way we bring in talent. So you want to know why we've been losing? We've been losing because we have no way of bringing in good talent. And now that we finally have good talent, you want to trade them. Go ahead.
So once again, you're speaking of hope. You're speaking with hope. A lot of hope in that conversation. You told me when I first brought this up, and you told me then, and you told me again. You told me if we trade Trae Young, it's going to take us 30 years to put a better product on the floor. That's what you told me. Now, y'all so hinged on hope, right? You just talked about the product. What are we now? Let's get back to that. What are we now? It's a bad product. It's been a bad product for how many years? The Eastern Conference Finals that you said he took us to, the team took us to, right? Because I could talk about Dre Henner playing key, Red Velvet, Lou Will, even Cam Reddish. I can go on and on about some key players that they want help win us some game. So Trae didn't do it by himself. I want to get that. That's the problem, y'all. It's all Trae and nothing else. And I'm gonna get back to this. You just brought up a whole past we don't draft with. I don't care what happened then. I care about what happens today. What's today? What we're going. I'm not hinging my future on the past, right? So again, you want to debate me? You debate me with something you can debate me with, man. Not feelings. So again, I'm gonna bring up the stats again. I'm glad you stat muse or whatever. Yeah, let's bring up the facts. Look at the stats of where we are as a team and where we've been as a team with Trae Young. He take up $45 million in salary, and you still haven't said, am I right or wrong when I said he can get way more money later? That you mentioned the 3%, he's supposed to lose, but guess what? He signed a 5-year now, but signed a 5-year a couple of years later. It's gonna be more, right? Am I right? Yes, it's gonna be more. Because again, the salary cap goes up every year, right? So stop. Let's deal with facts here. You speculate. Deal with facts. So you tell me I'm wrong that he can't get more money if he signed 3 years. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
All right, gang. All right, fellas. We didn't hit the 30-minute mark.
Oh, so man, we done that.
It go by fast, don't it?
Yeah,
it go by fast, don't it? So what we'll do is we'll get the closing remarks from Marion, and then we'll get Foote's closing remarks, and that will be the end of it. And hell, we might hang out a little bit more after this. So let's start with, who did I say? Marion or Foote? My bad.
Marion, go ahead.
Marion.
No,
so we'll start with Marion. Marion, get your closing arguments. You got 2 minutes on that, and then 2 minutes for Foote. Go ahead.
As I said before, it's about business. That's what we were here to talk about. However, when you look at our history, Foote said that he doesn't care about our history. Well, his question, what are we now? What are we now is based on our history. What are we now is based on Cam Reddish. What are we now is based on Kevin Huerter. What are we now based on AJ Griffin? All of those play a role in what are we now. And when we talk about what are we now, we are a team with one star player, one 20-point per game player. And we finally got some pieces around him that look like we can do something with. That's what we are now. And at this juncture, when we finally got some pieces that we look like we can do something with, the best that we've seen over the last 7 years, this is when somebody want to trade them. Remember the names: Cam Reddish, AJ Griffin, Kobe Buffkin, Amari Spellman. That's what we worked with this whole time. This is what we've had to work with. We've had to work with nobody else. Solomon Jones, love him to death, but he wouldn't get you 20 points. We didn't have any other 20-point scores, and here we are. Now we're starting to put together the right team. Now we're starting to look good, and you have these people simply because you don't like his height. Guess what? Dame Lillard, 6 foot. Guess what? Jalen Brunson, 6 foot. Guess what? Ja Morant, 6 foot. You don't have a problem with them. Why? Because their teams put somebody around them. We can do the same. We can do the exact same. But if we don't care about who we're putting on the court, as you heard him say, I don't care about who we put on the court, then we'll never expect to win. And if we trade him, look at our history. Look at our trade history. We traded 3 number 1 picks and Gallinari for DJ. Look at our trade history. We don't win trades. Look at our free agent history. The last great free agent we had was who? Dwight Howard? Old man Dwight Howard? Look at our history. It matters. That's what matters. It's about business, and about business, we got to be about our business if we want to put together a winning team. And we finally got one championship piece. But guess what? It takes more than one championship piece to win a championship.
All right, and that was Mr. Marion, and we'll go ahead with Mr. Foote. It's on you, Mr.
So I'm gonna say it like this: nothing got settled tonight, so I expected a real debate, not all this other stuff. So he said we got better. Y'all heard him say that, right? My whole point is, how do we get better? Look at our record now. Look at our record over the last 7 years with Trae. So how we get better? We ain't won then. We got prospects like, any other team. And then I'm not worried about any other team when he mentioned Dame, whatever. But one thing I can tell you, he's smaller than all of them with size. So again, I'm worried about, I want to win. We're not winning. We're not better. So I don't know where you come up with that we're better at. Or we finally doing something. What are we doing? We still 500, right? So we still got a long ways to go. I said next 2 or 3 years, that's what it is. So again, if y'all want to stay around, I'm not one of them hope fans. Oh, we got some hope. We got this, we got that. We got a championship piece? No, it's not a championship piece because he never won a championship. You win a championship, then you are a championship piece. So again, when we gonna debate something with some facts? Like again, y'all talking about in the chat. I ain't brought no numbers. I brought up numbers and told you to look at it. They're the same every year, right? They're the same, and that's a good point. We don't have our picks for a while. We don't have them, so we can't move enough to good enough to, unless we trade somebody. But again, I don't think we got that settled here. This is just a talk about opinions or whatever. I like to deal with facts. So again, we want to bring some real facts, some more facts. Bring up your facts, Marion, because you said he can't. You still ain't said if he can't make more money than if he don't sign that in the future. You still ain't answered my questions. A couple of things you ain't answering. Bring up the facts to support what you just said. You disagree with it, and I'm gonna let you do that when we get on the regular thing. So I stay on a minute. I ain't got to go because I want to ask you some questions straight up, and I think the chat will like that. Just talking about whatever. Let's start talking so we can put some numbers to stuff. That's what I do.
And that's a wrap, family. Hey, shout out to Marion and Foote for putting this together. I actually enjoyed this. I really enjoyed going back and make me want to debate somebody. But
next Friday,
it was Marion, you got a few minutes?
It was really dope.
I got.
But Foote, you say you still got control, right? Because I got to get ready. I got to bounce. So
all right, man, bounce. We gonna take.
Hey, salute for everybody. Salute everybody who tapped in, man. We appreciate the support. Hit that like button and listen. Hey, fans, if you want to come up here and debate somebody, hey, let's make it happen.
Friday night,
let's make it happen. Hey, as long as it's Hawks related, hey, we open to anything. Once again, this is a platform for all fans. Okay. So if you want to debate somebody, tap in with me. You got Foote. The regulars who be up here. Just tap in with one arm. And hey, I appreciate that finisher. I appreciate that. But I got to get ready to roll, man. Watch this game with my son. But
yeah, we'll be on a few minutes, man.
This was dope, man. I ain't gonna front. This was dope.
I get your ass out the way. Go watch the game so I can get out and watch the game.
But I do want to hear a little bit of what y'all about to say real quick though.
Oh, that's fine. So Marion, let's agree to this. We're gonna ask each other questions and give each other 30 seconds to respond. You cool with that?
We can do that.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Foote, did you want anybody else to come up or no? You just want to keep it you and Marion?
No. Who want to come up?
Well, I think Ticket said tag me in.
Well,
I was gonna drop the link.
Yeah, drop the link. You cool with that, man?
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me see real quick. And the chat said the final polling says, let's take a look here. Our winner is, I don't know why I can't work YouTube today. I'm having an off day. The winner is, now I don't know where the poll went, but it looked like Marion won. Marion had 75% of the vote when I saw it. So salute to Marion with the first dub. And this was all voted by the chat. It was all voted by the chat. So I just went off whatever the chat said.
That's fine. They on their feelings too. We already know what they think. That's the whole.
Hey, let me drop the link real quick, man. Hey, family. Hey, I'm gonna drop the link. Foote and Marion said, "Hey, if y'all want to come up here, chop it up."
Drop the link. I'll be up here.
All right, there go the link. Y'all come through, man.
I think Ticket said he want to get up here.
Y'all don't want me to debate Kool-Aid. Me and Kool-Aid had our debate last night.
But y'all made my head hurt.
Last night.
Y'all made my head hurt.
Kool-Aid had me fired up last night about that damn G League nonsense, man.
All
right, there you go.
All right, so Marion, I got a question.
Well, hold on. Let me answer your first question. Your first question that you asked was about the salary cap. Here's the thing: the players' union and the owners put together the Supermax so that can be the highest paid that a player can get. That's why the Supermax is like it is. That's why a max contract, because they're trying to keep players with their regular team.
Can you answer my question? Am I wrong?
If you were to leave your team, you lose Supermax possibility, and you also lose in terms of the percentage of raises that you can get. LeBron does something special because LeBron has been grandfathered in off of what he's grandfathered in off of. It's just the league be cheating for him. You notice the only player that does that, right? That's because the league cheats for LeBron, but no other player can do that.
So, Marion, you still haven't answered my question. Am I
What's
right?
Your question, Foote?
My question was, he can't go make more money than signing a 5-year extension with the Hawks right now. Because again, you keep talking about this, not this. We know I understand what the league did or whatever. I said he can make more money by doing another 2 years, then sign us, then have. Yet, is that not true? Is that not true?
What he would have to do is he would have to sign.
But it's not true. We don't need to get into this.
Okay, so first, let me give you your answer first.
Say yes or no.
He cannot make more money if he forces his way out as an unrestricted free agent. He cannot.
So he cannot make more money in his career if he forces his way out. If he stay out, he stay with the Hawks.
Less money.
He stayed with the Hawks. He signed. He resigned up, and he got to be all NBA before he get all the other Supermax stuff. So he resigned for 5 years or whatever, how at the year. But he leave here, and sign 2 years, right? Then find that 10. Then after the 2 years, he re-up for a long-term contract. You telling me he's not gonna make more money with that contract? Yes or no?
What he would have to do, and
no. It's a yes or no.
Let me answer the question. I'm following what you said. What he would have to do, he signs the Supermax with the Hawks. That means he would have to stay here.
Mary, the question is.
I answered it. No, that's a no. He cannot make more money anywhere else. Period. Mm-hmm. But what he would have to do is he could re-sign with us, get the Supermax, and force his way out after the 3rd year.
That ain't what I'm talking about, right?
Well, that's the only way. That's the only way.
What's up, Johnson? What's up, Mike? Y'all got something y'all in?
Oh boy. That was good, y'all. Okay.
Hey, real quick before Chauncey go. Hey, shout out Truth Hurts. Holla at Chauncey. That's his channel. Go subscribe to his channel. I gotta salute the OG Chauncey because me and him used to go back and forth just like y'all saw. I mean, we was going back and forth like that with when Kent Bazemore was on the team.
Yeah, y'all. I saw it.
And I remember Chauncey kept saying, "Stay out his pocket, stay out his pockets." So I gotta salute my OG Chauncey up in here, man. Go ahead, Chauncey. What's on your mind, my guy?
What you got to ask yourself here, man? Is what's live and what's Memorex? What's reality and what's fantasy? Here's the fantasy part. Trae Young staying here through a mini, a hole, or any type of rebuild. Trae Young, I think we all know. I know a lot of us don't want to hear this, but I'm going to give you nothing but truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Trae Young is not staying here through a rebuild. So the smart thing to do is for the Hawks as a team to try to go at him in the offseason to get an extension. If he refuses an extension, you need to trade him immediately. That's business. That makes sense. That's the thing to do. You don't keep him on the team just to appease a few fans. This fan base for years has always wanted to be entertained. And listen, winning only matters when their guy gets blamed, and that's just what it is. I see people frequently. I see it was frequently brought up about his assist numbers, but guess what though? He's not the all-time leader in assists, but what he is the all-time leader in, he's the all-time leader in turnovers, and by far. And I'm talking about 5 years running. I was talking to somebody in the chat about just what we did last year, and that person, Javante Holiday. We're gonna pray for him because the brother's a little slow. I tried to break it down to him. It was real simple math last year. We had 28 games last year without Trae Young. The Hawks went 14-14. Yes, that's mediocre. We finished 36-46 as a team, 10 games under 500. That's kind of simple math right there, ain't it? So, is anybody in the chat? Does anybody in the chat not understand that? I'm gonna ask the question: what have we done in 7 years with Trae Young? Okay,
Nothing.
the Trae lovers will say he led us to the Eastern Conference Finals. We also had a coach that put a foot off in his ass and made him play a teaspoon of defense. Well, at least he had guys around him playing defense. We don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals not only without Trae. We don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals without Lou Williams. We don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals without John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and Danilo Gallinari. That's a fact. That's a fact. So I'm with Foote on that. To me, we already saw. Foote, you saw this was one-sided from the beginning. All right, I think you saw those one-sided from the beginning. I told you it was going to be one-sided because, we got fans in here, fanatics in here, and not realists.
But
Chauncey,
shout out,
we talk TV.
But Chauncey, this is my thing right here, though.
Go ahead.
Okay. And whoever been on this channel more than once, you've heard me say this millions of times. Okay. And I'm gonna say it again. Okay. When Luka Doncic won Rookie of the Year, Mark Cuban immediately, the first all-star, multi-time all-star player that was available, they went and got, which was KP. Okay. Then when the KP stuff didn't work, they went and got Kyrie. And everybody was saying, oh, Kyrie and Luka can't work because they ball dominant guards.
Okay.
They go all the way. They went to where last year? The finals?
Finals.
Yep.
So this year, and don't forget the moves they made at the deadline, picking up PJ Washington and whatnot. Then this year, they go and grab Klay Thompson. Okay. Salute to my top finisher real quick with a $50 super chat, man. Salute, finisher.
There you
Trey
go,
has
man.
not played with that's the direction I'm going real quick. I'm going there, finisher. I'm gonna bring you back up.
I'm about to say, man, I get to stay.
So what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying.
I got to get out of here soon, fellas, because I got a show to do.
Okay, I'll speed it up. We have put absolutely nobody on a KP level, on a Kyrie level, or even on an old-ass Klay Thompson level beside Trae Young. So when people criticize Trae Young for not winning, just like last night, he out there, where's Jalen Johnson? He about to play again tomorrow night without Jalen Johnson. That's 20, 10, and 5 that's not there. So when I look at our roster, it's a reason why I said 8 to 10th seed, play hard, get better. There is no upper level talent. You got Trae Young, drop off to Jalen, and then after Jalen, it go all the way down to the gutter.
I'm glad you made that point.
Okay, so what's the deal? Why we ain't putting nobody beside him?
Thank you. Listen, I'm not in the front office. I don't know. Rarely do I not have an answer. I don't have an answer for that. But that gives you all the more reason Trae walks. If we sit up here and we fumble around with him, and I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a sick feeling in that front office when he tell him, "No, I'm good on the extension." The man bought a $20 million house in LA.
Everybody got a house in LA.
No,
That ain't nothing new.
I ain't talking about everybody.
But I'm telling you, a lot of basketball players got houses in LA.
It's a lot of folks got
But it don't.
houses.
That don't make sense for Trae to walk.
Let me just real quick, Demond. So
okay, you're right. My bad. I'll be quiet.
No, you cool. It's your channel, but just give me a minute.
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
It's a lot of folks with houses here in Atlanta. Okay, so we can. I mean, that's tomato.
Yeah, and they don't play in Atlanta.
For those who put the tomatoes down there, Trae Young is not staying here unless he accepts the extension this off season. How many of y'all think he's going to accept the extension?
I wouldn't.
Okay. So if he's not going to accept the extension, we need to trade him immediately.
That's my point.
Well, what about this? What about this? The reason why, if I'm Trae Young, why I wouldn't accept the extension? Because I'm gonna hold the front office hostage. I've been serving y'all for 8 years. By the time that happened, it'll be 8 years. And the best you put beside me was DeJounte Murray. You damn right I'm gonna hold you hostage. Now, how come nobody says this? Well, you know what?
So he holds the front. Okay, well, guess what? If you're gonna hold me hostage, give me a list of teams you want to go to then.
No, how about this? How about I give you a list of players you can go get to help us win?
Okay, all right.
Because you ain't done that yet.
But that's a fair point. That's a fair point. But if I'm not going that route, then give me a list of teams you want to go to.
What you mean you're not going that? That's the only route you go.
If I'm the owner, I'm in control. I'm ultimately in control.
If Tony Russell not getting rid of Trae Young. We know that already.
Let's get Mike.
Back to the revenue.
Hold on, wait.
The owner not getting rid of Trae Young. I can tell you that now.
Hold on. All that help Marion got, so now Foote can't get no help. Look here, man. Look, I love y'all. Hey, look, listen. I wish I could stay here a little bit longer. I got a show to do. I came here in between shows, man. Look here. We talk Hawks, man. Hey, you're doing a hell of a job over here.
Appreciate
everybody.
Hey, real quick, Chauncey, they said they couldn't find your 2-2 channel. They said they couldn't find it.
Truth with a 2. Truth with a 2 now.
Y'all hear him. That's what he said.
TV.
It's exactly how his name is.
Truth with a 2 TV. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Hey, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Great job, Marion. Great job, Foote. Because let me tell y'all something. Hey, for all those people talking all that shit down there, they the only two grab their nuts and went out there and chose to go head up. So no matter who y'all got as the winner, no matter who y'all got as the loser, they went out there. And guess what? These brothers been knowing each other. They brothers in Christ and everything. Hey, great job to both of y'all, man. I'm out.
All right, that was the OG. Let me read this and then we'll go to Mike. Trae has not played with an all-star caliber player. The stars around the league need multiple Hall of Famers just to be playoff competitive. Phoenix arguably has 3 Hall of Famers. Who the F does Trae have? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, we're not arguing that. But let Mike
go ahead. My bad. What's up, Mike?
Yo, what up, man? What up, folks?
Man, y'all all bundle up over there. I'm just over here chilling in Texas, man.
Man, I'm about to say you inside the house, man. My dog, my power out, man.
Oh man.
Oh, that sucks, bro.
Man, that's messed up, man.
Yeah, I came out to the car or whatever, charged up or whatever. Then saw y'all watching these
road
two
trip.
Joe Bidens.
Road trip to Texas. You can stay here.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't driving nowhere, man. I ain't trying that stuff, man. Supposed to be trying it though, but I was off subject. But insurance don't pay out, man, when the state declare a state of emergency and your butt go out there and do something. The insurance ain't gonna take care of nothing. I mean, it depends if it's something different. But if it's because of the weather,
a good point
situation
to share with the game. That's a great point.
Yeah, insurance. My mom retired from State Farm, man. So I heard all the insurance nightmare stories and stuff like that from her. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I was just jumping up, man. I was sitting in the dark, man. Ain't had nothing to do. But I understand what Foote's saying, and then I get the fans, you know what I'm saying, standpoint too. The majority of fans are not wanting to move Trae. If anything, I'll say this though. I'm sorry that I'm not gonna necessarily pick a side because everybody know that I probably kind of jump back and forth with it though. But I think you might have missed the the ideal moment to move Trae or whatever, because other than that, man, you're not gonna really get anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be mostly damage or whatnot. This was a weak draft for sure though. But like, say for example, if they think that Reed Shepard is Pat Mahomes, you feel me? Like,
Yep.
Reed
I
ain't
know
getting
that.
no PT. I can't say nothing. But I'm saying though, if that's the time that you basically move Trae. You move Trae, you keep your top pick, you have Zach, you get Reed, and then you probably get another little pick. Sessions probably would have threw away this first round pick, mess around and got like 3 of the top 10 guys or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Still have JJ. Fans wouldn't have liked it, but that would have been a little easier way, I feel like, to kind of reset yourself and move from the trade era. You know what I'm saying? But since we didn't do that, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just gotta like rock out how you are, man. Right now at the moment, that's probably like how I feel about it or whatnot.
Well, all I'm saying is this, Mike. This is all I'm saying. Okay.
Hold, Devon. You all took all the thing. Let Marion. I went
My
first.
bad, man. That's why I can't be up here, dog. And I can't keep my mouth closed. Let me say this one point, then I'm gonna get off. Let me just say this.
God damn it.
I know, man. I know.
Hilarious, bro.
I know I can't shut up. Remember I told you what my wife told me? You always talking all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, hurry up, man. I mean,
let me say it real quick. I'm gonna get off, man. Foot got me feeling all bad now, man. This is all I'm saying, bro. Before you trade Trae Young, if that's the direction that the front office want to go in, at least let me see him with a multi-time all-star player in their prime playing with him. And I don't care at this point. I don't care what the position they playing. I don't even care at this point. I just want to see. So at least the day you make that move, we can sit here and say as a fan base, well, we tried everything we could. You know what I'm saying? If you move Trae Young now, it's always gonna be that part in the back of your head. Because let's be honest, the day you trade Trae Young, we're not finna win probably for another 3 to 4 years. We're gonna be right back. It's gonna be worse than play hard, get better. Okay, so at least let me see this man. So that way, in the back of my head, I can't say, you know what, dog? You know what, Marion? If we would have done this, this could have happened. Let's go ahead and eliminate that. Put an all-star level player beside him and rock out, as Mike say, and let the chips fall as they may. And like we did with Murray, if it don't work, then you go ahead and move on. That's all I'm saying, man. You feel me?
Fair enough.
All right, I'm out, man, so I can be quiet.
Get the hell off.
Before we move, DJ, I believe that we had a conversation with Trae. I think that Landry sat down with Trae just to get a feel of what it's going to look like, and I think that there was some type of agreement made, because you don't trade a piece like DJ and leave Trae with a bunch of players who are young players, no 20-point per game player, and not have
can we keep it like we were going? I was going to give you an opportunity. I asked you the question first. I want you to ask me a question. Let's, we don't speculate about all that other stuff, and we talk Hawks. So now it's your time to ask me a question to answer.
All right,
let's do it like that. You cool with that?
We can do that.
All right, go ahead.
So if we were to trade Trae, in general, what kind of package would you want back?
I mean, I for me, like I told you before, I don't have one particular package. Whatever the package is, I wanted the package to make sense to us. I haven't said and thought about I want this, I want that, right? Of course, I want demand. I'm not going to give them away for cheap, right? It's all about the availability of what's out there to trade for, which ain't much, or who's available or whatnot. So I don't have a package per se, right? I just know it should be a package that helps in the near future. That's how I answer that one. Does that answer your question?
I get you.
Ask you a question, right? Well, I guess we can mix it up. When we talk about the whole premise of this thing, when I said business, I hit on it, Chance hit on it. At the end of the day, the window with doing something with Trae has sailed, in my opinion. See, that's where it's coming from. And we're deep into whatever we're gonna do. I have fought with Trae for forcing the hand to bring DJ here. That was what we gave up and what we did because he wanted to get him. I have fought with that, and I've said it before. Now we messed up with what we gave up for DJ, and he's gone.
That was speculation, bro.
And it's now we're trying to dig ourselves out the hole. So for me, when I say it's business, let's go ahead and move on. It ain't got nothing to do with what I think he is or what I think he can play. Because he got assists, the way he directs it, he's a hell of a pass. To me, he's the best passer in the NBA, passing wise. So I never took them from like a lot of these fans think. I don't give him no credit. I give credit when credit due, but also give criticism when criticism due. And Mike said it's not. I like NBA size players today, right? But that's how I feel about that. That's why I get the business, because I feel he's gonna want to leave. That's why I feel. So why wait till he get an ultimatum? Just do it now. Because for me, I don't think he's gonna want to stay during this whole thing going on. We're not close to the championship. It's gonna take some more time. So if he's willing to stay here 2 or 3 more years, try to get it, because we'll be able to make some moves next year. Because Nas coming off, Clint's coming off, and some other stuff going on with the salary. Well, we at least have some more salary. But again, who's available and who wants to come here? Everybody talk about trade for this person, trade for that person. You gotta have a team feel the same way. So
hold on. Now,
go ahead, man.
Here's the thing. Nance coming off, Clint coming off, that only pays for JJ. We're not gonna have any extra cap money on that. That just pays for JJ. We would have to lose like Bogey and somebody else for us to have money. So so we're not gonna be making big moves. Now the other thing that you said, you mentioned that Trae forced the hand to get DJ. Trae didn't even know that we had traded for DJ. It's in print. He didn't even know that we had traded for DJ.
So Marion, I'm gonna disagree because I got some inside sources.
Yeah, okay. But he didn't know. He didn't know.
Believe it or not. So I'm gonna challenge that. But yes.
Yeah, we can challenge that. But I can show you where both he and DJ said that they didn't even know that the trade was gonna go down. However,
they're not
aside from that, here's my question to you. If Trae was 6'5", would you have a problem with Trae being here?
If he was 6'5", a little bit, yeah. I probably wouldn't. Hold on. First of all, I don't have a problem with him being here.
Yeah, right. If Trae was 6'5", would you still want to trade?
No, you asked me a question. I don't have a problem with him being here.
Would you still want to trade?
But when
let me fix the question. If Trae was 6'5", would you still want to trade him?
Would I still want to trade him?
Yeah.
Right now?
Right now. Same circumstance. He's 6'5", though. Would you want to trade him?
As it stands, the way he played, yes, because he won't want to stay here. For his player of his caliber, yes.
All right.
See, for those that don't know, Mike right here is the reason why I jumped out the trade bandwagon last year. Yeah, me and Mike talked about it because he brought up a point one day in Twitter Spaces, and I started looking more. So before that, I was trade. Let's keep trade, but he needs to stop playing dumb. That was my thing. Now, what Mike said, and I'm looking at what the future, what's going on, all that stuff, the salaries, what he gonna do for extension. That's what brought it. That's where the business side come from me. So
you and your guys have this large speculation that Trae's gonna leave here, but the money.
Yes, it's speculation. Just like you speculate, he's gonna leave.
It's nothing but speculation because the money and everything that Trae says that he's not leaving here. It's just speculation. But the money, like I mentioned before, I don't see him leaving $130 million on the table.
That's your opinion.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. That's
I'm
my
not
opinion.
debating
It's a good
you.
one. It's a good one. It's the same reason why Jaylen Brown wouldn't come to Atlanta and he
Hey,
stayed
we
in
ain't talking
Boston.
about Jaylen Brown. We ain't talking
Hey,
about.
but we are talking about the Supermax.
That's
We're
your
talking about the
opinion,
Supermax.
and
We're
I'm
talking
not
about the
debating your
Supermax.
opinion.
No player has turned down the Supermax. And if Trae is eligible for the Supermax, he's going to be in Atlanta for at least 3 more years.
Again, Marion, here's the thing. Here. We are talking speculation.
We are.
You're
trying to make decisions based on the speculation.
Can
you
I talk?
pushing the decision based on the speculation.
Hey, stop. Hey, we gonna do this back and forth with respect. You ask me to say something, I start talking, you start talking over me. Come on, bro. So again, you challenged me for a debate, right? This is where all this started. So for me, I felt like there wasn't really no debate. We're talking about feelings of what's going on, right? How somebody feel. So again, let's agree. We speculate. I speculate, you speculate that. But let's start again with some facts, right? You know, so like you just brought up, when Capella and Nance come off the books, that's gonna be paying JJ, so, for the most part, with some money left over, right? Again, we're gonna have to we can look at some of these other contracts, dudes coming off, some of these two-way contracts, and all this other stuff. And really, that's why I always said Bogut gonna be traded as well. So I agree with you on that, to bring some money in, because what's gonna happen? How you gonna get a player percent? What are your trade pieces, right? You're not trading Jalen Johnson. You ain't traded Ricochet. I mean, damn, you just got me sound like Kool-Aid. Richard, whatever there, Zach. What you gonna get? 100, what, 2 more years too? And but Dyson Daniel coming up. So I'm asking you, you don't see that as, so you see that keeping Trae while we going through this is it good for the team, for sales, or for the betterment of the team being better? That's what I'm asking you.
Okay. My answer: if we trade Trae Young, our team is going to be a lot worse than we are now. If we trade Trae Young, in terms of what you talk about the wins and the losses. We're going to lose a lot of games. We're going to lose more games than Charlotte's losing right now, because really none of these players, even JJ, cannot produce for themselves. JJ can get downhill, yeah, but he still hadn't got it where he can run an offense. We see that in the half-court sets. When he get in the half-court sets, he gets lost and throw the ball away. Same thing with all the rest of the players. We don't have that. So we're going to lose a lot of games. That's number one. Do I feel like keeping Trae is going to be good? Yeah, because like I've been saying, DeAndre Hunter, he's averaging 20 points per game. He's doing everything we wanted him to do since we drafted him. He's playing the way that we wanted him to play since we drafted him. Jalen Johnson, second full year, he looks like a walking triple-double. These are the players that when you match with Trae and then you add Zach, as Zach comes along, and it's not going to take Zach long to come along, we're going to have something. Looked at it earlier today. When Jalen, DeAndre, and Trae plays together, we're on track to win 57 games over the year. We're 57 team when they play together. Huh?
I said, let's just say what a record is and leave it at that.
Okay, it's 14-6. We're 14-6 when they play together. We are 14-6 when they play together. Now, that means that we got something. And it's something that we can explore. And we got these young players that are coming along. Now, I'm no fan of Quinn, but I give it up to him. I'm no fan of Landry, but I give it up to him. I'm becoming a fan of Landry because I'm seeing he's making good deals. So if we keep Trae, I can see, not in 5 years, not in 4 years, not even in 3 years, I can see us doing good things next year based on what we have right now. I would love to see us make a big move this year and bring in that player that Damon is talking about. But yeah, I can see a future with that. And even if we use one of those big three as a trade piece to get a better player, Let's do that and let's explore if we can win something. You keep talking about we ain't gonna win nothing. Let's see if we can win something with an all-star Hall of Fame type player alongside Trae Young.
All right. So you
Trae.
mentioned the stats of Dre and all these other guys, right? I brought up during our debate in the way you was talking, it seemed like we're a better team, but I disagree. I'm not even talking about with Trae. I'm just talking about period. So it ain't just we're not period. You look at the trending. You look at stats for the team. The thing about it, the stats just being moved around. Let's say Trae getting more assists than Trae only averaging 2 more assists more this year than his highest year. Just 2. So if you look at the amount of assists we get per team, they're still about the same. So the stats are not increasing for a team. It's just being moved around to the stats increase for Trae. Not saying that's bad, because I like that from a point guard. You also talked about folks creating their shots. Folks, and I hear I hear that, creating shots, I hear running the offense. I've asked this several times in the chats and on Facebook, what is running the offense, right? What is running the offense? And this whole thing about creating your own shots. What's that? You know, as well. Because last I checked, these are NBA players. Are you talking about ISO shots or players scoring ISO? Or players need to get this guy the ball so he can score. No, you pass the ball to him and you figure out how to score, no matter who pass it, whether it's Trae or not. And I go back and I look at games that Trae didn't play in. Some we won and some we lost. I think somebody pulled the stats. It's about even or something. I can't remember last time we talked about it. Because everybody said Trae out the floor, we can't score. But you look at what we score a game, that really hadn't changed. With him on the floor, off the floor. I looked at it, ain't changed. We don't score less because he's off the floor more so than we score higher. It's about the same. So when I look at everything, the team stats across the board, everything said we're the same for we average about the same across the board. You shaking your head, but that's the stats. I can bring them up right here.
Waiting for you to finish.
When the same thing people be talking, can't nobody score without Trae. That's foolishness. Again, that's not discounting his passing abilities and how he finds people. Not at all. He's good at what he's doing. There's no doubt about that. But if he doesn't do it, someone else do it. Do it himself. But it could be different though. He does it a different way than most people. Let's give him credit on that. He finds something easier than other folks. But at the end of the day, somebody still have to pass you the ball. Right? So again, I'm gonna go back to the whole business thing, you know, and see some people saying crazy. Bogey come off a screen and pull it. That's what he does. That's not creating a shot. That's your man getting you open so you can make the shot. Same way they do Garrison Hurst. Go find the screen, roll off that screen, and pull it. You know, that's it. There are guys that are one-on-one players. So let's say that's not creating a shot, in my opinion. Let me say that, in my opinion. So I'm gonna creating a shot, mean I'm gonna make a shot for me. No, you shoot the damn ball. That's everybody shoot the ball. That's creating that could be creating a shot, right? Because you shoot the ball. I mean, I don't get it. So where you stand on stuff like that?
All right. Couple things I want to talk about. You said that the stats are moving around. I don't remember the last time we played defense this well. I can't remember a team that the Hawks had that played defense this well.
What do you mean by that? Play defense as well.
That constantly deflected passes, that constantly got in the pass lane, that constantly made steals, that constantly tried to stop. Now, I know our perimeter defense is trash. Our perimeter defense has been trash, but we're playing better defensively than we had last year, because last year our perimeter defense was trash and our interior defense was trash too. In terms of you saying what is running the offense? Running the offense means that sometimes you need a player to initiate the offense. Sometimes you need a player who can bring the ball up and get you into offensive sets. And that's the hope that we have for somebody other than Trae. We hope that somebody can bring the ball up. And I know your mantra. Let me talk.
No. I just want to ask a question so I know I understand where you come from. You said you need somebody to bring the ball up and get people in the sets, right?
Offensive sets, yes.
Okay. You already know whatever you call it, you know what the set's gonna be. So you get in those sets and you start your motion or whatever you run.
Sure.
I mean that depending on one player.
I understand. Let me finish then, because I was going there. I understand your thing is ball movement, people movement.
No, they ain't got nothing to do with what I was saying though.
Okay, anyway. But sometimes there are defenses that come along and trap the ball. I mentioned specifically the Los Angeles Clipper game that we just played. And when Trae was off the court, we had Vit bring the ball up, and they trapped Vit left and right because he folded under pressure. He couldn't find a man to pass to. That's the kind of thing that happens when Trae Young leaves the floor. Is that the pressure on the ball, and this will happen in the playoffs. They don't usually you don't see that type of defense in the regular season, but for some reason the Clippers was feeling it. Kawhi back, they said, well, let's go ahead and put on a defensive clinic. They pressured the ball every time Vit brought it up, got many turnovers. I don't know how many turnovers we had for that game, but it was a lot of them. And it's because they pressured the ball because we trying to play this game without a backup point guard that can actually bring the ball up and get us into our offensive sets. That's a problem this year. We don't have a backup point guard. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to fit a player into the backup point guard. And I like Vit. Bitcoin, I like Vit. But I think that he's still developing as a point guard. I think he's still developing as a person who can bring the ball up. I like Dyson, but the same thing happens with Dyson. You put too much pressure on him, he's gonna give up that ball. So
can I interject in? Well, my fault.
Go ahead, man. Because I knew I was gonna get you. I knew I was gonna get you with that.
I know, man. Dang, man. I was sitting here trying to hold myself. I was cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here. I'm like, yeah, it's understandable. I get it. But it's off the Trae thing, but like that's why I always try and come back to, because you just threw out that word. It's like it still got to develop. So it's like, I don't know, folks. We got to accept that that's what this year about, man. It's like if we can develop and still end up being like 500, like I don't think that fans got to understand like how much of that a win that is for this season. Like I don't know what else to say. That's just where I'm at, and I've came into the season on that stance. I said, hey man, if we can get to being quote unquote mid, even though we used to joke about that a couple seasons ago, and we just went 2 seasons not even being that. I'm like, if we can get back to being 41 and 41 with this very young roster and seeing that guys got to grow and stuff, like, bro, that's a win. That's a win in my opinion, man. It's definitely a win. So like you said, I mean, Dyson and Vic, they got to develop. So that's the thing about it. It's like you're gonna take those opportunities and these learning moments away, going to go get, you know what I'm saying, other players to come in and do it, even though they can effectively do it right now. But we would be sacrificing, you know what I'm saying, the growth and the future and the plan that we have, you know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, Marion, I know you have, and, you know, some others like kind of agree, can see, it's like, I can see like in another 2-3 seasons us truly like, you know what I'm saying, competing or whatever. You feel me? So it's just like, man, we got to be patient. But at the same time, I know it sucks as Hawks fans, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I watched the Boston Celtics suffer with Tatum and Brown and trying to figure out how to make those young players work, and then they finally got it. And it took 6-7 years for them to finally get it. And I imagine what would have happened, because there was a whole lot of people calling for them to trade Jaylen Brown. Trade Jaylen Brown because he don't fit. Trade Jaylen Brown because he don't match up with Tatum. Trade Jaylen Brown for this. They stuck with him, and it worked out. So I just think that we had the beginnings of something, as Mike just pointed out. I think that if we stay with the course, it's going to turn out for good.
Two things real quick, man. Let me go before I forget. Hit on. Damn, y'all, baby. Let me hit on. You talk about the LA Clippers game. The question I'm gonna ask you, and we know Vit's not Trae. All right, let's get that straight real quick.
Yeah.
We the turnovers that we was doing, it wasn't because of Vit was playing point and then Trae wasn't in there. We had turnovers from everybody. Like it was like one sequence. The whole night we had but in one sequence, everybody just turned. They were unforced turnovers. You talking about the playoff defense? Look at what the turnovers were. I look specifically at that. They were unforced. A lot of them, some of them was forced, majority of them was unforced. We were just turning the damn ball over. Like it don't matter who touched it at that time. So that wasn't because of Trae at that time. I know what you're talking about. It wasn't because, okay, who's gonna bear the fault? Because again, you've seen these dudes like handle the pressure. Then sometimes they don't. Like you said, that's development. But it's not every freaking game, right? When they have pressure, right? Because Vit seemed like, for me, he seemed like he was a little scared, that night or whatever, But again, the whole thing that you're talking about, because Trae wasn't out there, we need back. That wasn't why we was getting all them turnovers. A lot of them was unforced. We were just throwing that out of bounds. It wasn't what are y'all doing, man? It was a mess. It was a mess. And see, that goes back to what I'm saying. Like you and Mike talking about development and giving time. I'm willing to give it. I love it. He's 6'8". He know how to distribute the ball. You just need a little more work. I love the future. And I'm glad that I hope they're on train. But again, the question is Trae Young going to stay here for this thing to develop? That's my question. And that's why I said I don't think so. That's why that's one of the reasons I say #Trae. See, folks think it's about his performance. I get on him a lot of time about defense, but again, you got to take the good with the bad with any player, right? I said his good is more than his bad. But again, we know his defensive liability, and his steals are the same, right? You said we do different. We do better with Trae. I got the stats from 7 years. You tell me I'll bring them up which year. They are the same. Guess what? Our shooting percentage is lower. Our shooting percentage as a team is lower. So stuff is low. And see, this is one thing to get you. This is one thing to get y'all on. Because y'all talk about other players in there. Well, he's what y'all call it? They slowing down or not, whatever, right? I could say the same thing. Use y'all analogy, but I wouldn't say that because it's stupid to me, right? Because you look at minutes played or whatever. I don't go out, but I can say the same thing about Trae's numbers going down every year. It's there. I can say that. But I don't use that because that's not, I look at the game as a whole, what each player brings to the game, not just their stats going down, or a 0.5% or 2% or whatever the case may be. I look at it realistic, but I don't do that. I won't do that. But I'm just using y'all analogies for players and stuff like that. But hey, man, like I said, we're gonna find out what's going to happen in a year's time. And that's what.
This for you, but let me help you out with one thing real quick, Foote, because I'm about to leave this. Story time with Marion, and this might help you, Foote. This might help you. Story time with Marion.
Bro, keep it to the point.
Once upon a time, there was an Atlanta Hawks team that had a great star named Dominique Wilkins and a GM named Babcock. Babcock was all right in terms of keeping the team under the salary cap. And one day Babcock looked up and said, you know what? Dominique is in the last year of his contract. And I don't know if we should renew him because it's going to cost us a lot of money. And he's older now. So let me reach out and get a young star in place of this Hall of Famer, Dominique Wilkins, because I'm afraid that he might leave us otherwise. So he traded Dominique Wilkins to the Los Angeles Clippers for Danny Manning. Biggest mistake in Hawk history so far. Why? Because Danny Manning left after 3 months of playing with the Hawks. And we could have had a championship with Dominique Wilkins. You have that same talk on your breath when you talk about the fact that you don't think that Trae is going to hang around. You sound just like Babcock. That's a Babcock kind of statement. So you want to beat Trae to the punch and trade him. Why? Because you have fears that he's going to walk.
So Marion, you using analogies that's not the same.
That wasn't an analogy. That was
I mean,
a historical
you
fact.
that instance
That wasn't an analogy. That was a historical fact.
Dominique was on the last year of his contract when that happened.
Yeah.
So
and you're worried that when Trae gets to the last year of his contract, he's going to walk.
No, Dominique was on the last contract. I'm not agreeing with the trade or whatever like that. Dominique was on the last
year of his contract. Right? And what Babcock said is, I'd rather trade my stars before they get old on me or before they walk on me.
We don't know what he said.
Same thing you're saying.
We don't know what he said. No, that's not what I'm saying. You still missing it. That's why I be talking about you putting words in my mouth. That's not what I'm saying. Quote what I'm saying, right? Again. So,
a few minutes ago, you just said you speculate that Trae is going to leave. Did you not?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And you speculate that Trae is going to leave because he don't want to hang around. Did you not?
But Mary, you said I'm scared that he gonna. I don't care about him leaving. Right? I'm not scared.
You said we should get something for him before he leaves.
I'm gonna say it again. Let me break it down some more. Trae's the year 7. For me, he ain't been playing team basketball until this year. So for me, like I told you the other day, he been selling the short because Mike, for one, Mike been saying about how many assists he can get. I've been agreeing with for the longest, for the last 2 years or whatever. If he just plays smart.
Marquise Dominique wanted to leave for other reasons, but Babcock still had to trade him.
Like I said, but anyway, so that I got a problem with that one too. That's one of my issues too. So
we all know about club
for me,
toe cards and all that, but that's why
I'll let you talk, man.
Go ahead.
That's what I be saying. Let me finish. So when you talk about that, and you talk about, I'm not scared. Number one, and number two, in the playoffs, he's a defensive liability, big time. Because what we do when he's on the floor, a lot of times, depending on who we playing, they seek switches for him, right? They seek switches, and he run around. They try to switch back and forth. Dude, go to the hole. I've seen it happen numerous times. As good as he is offensive, defense, I got an issue. And I got an issue with him playing defense when he want to play. That's a personal issue I have with him. That's one of the issues. So, and he's taking up $45 million of salary, which I don't care because I don't care about no pocket. But when it looks to if he gonna be here, I need him to be able to play like that. Put some weight on him. You brought up a couple point guards like Dame and other stuff. They're bigger than him.
Ja Morant.
You know.
Dame Lillard.
Dame Lillard. Ja Morant might not be it, but for Ja Morant, he's not a passer like Trae. That's for sure. That's for sure. So again, does he want to stay for the rebuild? The mini rebuild, or however you want to call it, that's what it is. Does he want to stay? So you think he's gonna stay? So be it. I don't think he will. That's just my opinion. That's why I said, because I don't think, man, go ahead and make a move. Let's go ahead. Hurry up this rebuild. Make it go quicker so we can get on about our business. That's my point.
You calling it a rebuild? We got 2 20-point per game players
Again,
playing beside Trae.
I'm gonna continue to call it a rebuild.
But we already got what we already have. What we already have is 2 20-point per game players,
and they're still developing, right?
So yeah, that's true.
All right. So
in terms of a rebuild, we're already in a stage where we got 2 20-point per game players playing beside Trae Young.
Is he
We've never had a
20-point per game
player playing beside Trae Young?
Is he gonna stay for the development?
The way he pulls the players under his wing, I believe he will.
Is he gonna? You think he's gonna stay for development? That's your answer. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think so.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
I don't think
because
so.
Didn't you say that he was gonna get traded and we were gonna keep DJ? You said that, right?
No, I said what I wanted to do. So don't say I said that.
Okay.
Don't quote me, Marion. See that you do that.
You said that though, right? It came out your mouth that we were gonna keep DJ and trade. That's what came out your mouth.
That's what I wanted to happen. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. Don't say what I said was gonna happen. That's what I wanted to happen.
What's the difference? It's both speculation.
Bruh, what's the difference? Me telling you that we're gonna trade DJ and keep Trae compared to me said I want to trade DJ. There's a difference. You know that, right? Mike, am I crazy, Mike? Mike, am I crazy?
Hey man.
I mean, there's a difference. So what you mean with the difference? That's what you do, Marion. You take words and you merge them together.
So if you had said we were going to trade, so when you say that Trae Young is leaving, you're not telling me what you want, or you're not telling me what you're speculating. You're telling me that that's a fact. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're calling the fact that Trae's going to leave?
Then I said we speculate. We both speculate. You
speculate one thing. Wasn't it speculation that DJ was going to stay and Trae was going to get traded? Wasn't that speculation?
No, it wasn't. I said what I want to happen. So what are you talking about? That's not speculation. That's what I want to happen. What are you talking about here? What are you talking about here? That ain't speculation. I said if I would do it, I want
what you wanted to happen and what
trade.
Some speculated. Neither was fact.
What's your point, Marion?
Neither one of them was fact.
Did I speak in facts as it was a fact? Yes or no? Did I speak as it was a fact? Yes or no? Yes or no? You mute, Marion. You mute, Marion. You mute, Marion. Marion, you mute. Marion, you mute. Yeah, okay. Is it a fact? Did I talk in fact?
Was it a fact?
Did I talk in fact?
I'm gonna have to go back and find what you said.
No, I'm asking you. Did I talk it as it was a fact?
It's easy for you to change what you said right here, right now.
No, Marion.
No. It's easy for you to say. No, I wanted to happen.
Did I say? What did I say? Didn't I tell you what I wanted to happen? Yes or no? Or what?
You never said this is what I want to happen. I don't remember you saying that. I remember you saying that we're gonna trade. In fact, just like tonight when you said you have a source of something or another, I remember you saying that we're gonna trade Trae and keep DJ. Now, you're saying now tonight. You're saying
hold on. I did not say that.
But the point is, we know you said it. The point is that we know you said it.
Go find it.
We don't know under what guise or context you said it.
Find it because you said it. Mary, let me tell you one thing I don't do. If I speak in fact, I say I speak in fact, like I told you, because of inside source. I spoke on fact.
We don't know when you speak.
No. Let me talk, man. Stop cutting me off.
What you want to happen?
Stop cutting me off.
You don't make any differences between the two.
No. For you sitting here talking about what I said, you can't. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I said what I want.
There's a whole bunch of YouTube videos. Let me
find it.
I'm gonna go get it. You know, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get it. We're gonna leave on that. I'm gonna go get it and I'm gonna repost it.
Do that.
I will.
Do that. Yeah, because you know,
Hawks Nation, it's been real. Salute.
So what
before I leave that footage for you, and we're gonna see what Foote said.
So let me finish before you leave, Marion. See, that's what he does. He out again. He ran. He ran when he get challenged. But yeah,
Hey,
Hawks
y'all-
Nation, we're gonna catch up with later. But hey, Mike, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Say,
Yeah, you see how your boy Marion don't put words in my mouth again, and he run. He want to dress. He want to talk over me. But hey, we used to it. That's why we had to have a moderator. But
y'all funny.
we'll holler at you later. Chat. We're gonna check out with y'all later too, man. Appreciate y'all coming.
Yeah, y'all take it easy. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Swooping in just like a hawk, Trading Trae on no picking the park. Swooping in just like a hawk.
Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trey put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave both get open and wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Jailing on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open Garrison. Just like a hawk, Translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Translating on a peak in the pond. Swooping in just like a hawk, Translating on a peak in the pond. Yeah.
Swooping in just like a hawk, Trading Trae on no picking the park. Swooping in just like a hawk.
Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trey put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave both get open and wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Jailing on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open Garrison. Just like a hawk, Translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Translating on a peak in the pond. Swooping in just like a hawk, Translating on a peak in the pond.